Awesome. We're going to do our pitch competition now. Judging will be Sarah and Ben Parr. If you don't know Ben Parr, he's one of the coolest, funniest guys I've ever met. Speaking of Tinder, he actually helped me figure out how to sign up for Tinder without a Facebook account. So we found a loophole in Bahrain, of all places. Anyway, Ben, Sarah? By the way, if you want to network and not date, Bizzabo, you can meet really cool people. I don't know, where's Peter? We have a head cheerleader for Bizzabo. If you haven't downloaded it, we're going to use the app later on also for voting. So we're going to have instructions up here at one point on how to, you're going to pick the top 3 that are then going to pitch the investor panel this afternoon.
So it's exactly like American Idol in the sense that we don't get an actual vote, we just get to be dicks to the startups.
Right, right. And I will be—
Good for me!
I will be the time dick. Anyway, all right. Are we ready? Aware? 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 Did we lose you?
These startups are on strict time schedules so that we can
2
all
minutes.
eat food.
Yes.
2 minutes and then we get just a few minutes for questions.
Right.
And then you all vote for the winner.
Top 3. All right, first one. Jacob from Aware. Rocket.
Round of applause.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jacob Wilkinson. I'm CEO and founder of Aware, and our product is called Cufflink. 3 things I want to note about our team. The first one is that we were first movers on the iPhone, and we saw a huge benefit from this. So now we are trying to be first movers on the Apple Watch. The second one is that our prior company, OpenFaint, grew to 75 million users in 3 years before it was acquired for $104 million. The third one is that we have been working the last 18 months on solving a single problem: how to make communication better on your smartwatch. So what does that mean? The problem that we are trying to solve is that you have a small group of people who are really important to you and for whom you want to always be available, but you're so busy that you can't. You might be slow to respond to a critical message, or you might miss it altogether. So how do we solve this? There's 2 things we need to do. The first one is that we need to enable a priority graph of people who have priority access to your watch. Everyone else can wait. For example, your wife texting you and saying that you have to pick up your son from school is very different from an old friend texting you and saying, hey, how's it going? The second one is that when you do get a message, you need to be able to take action in 2 to 3 seconds. It has to be super quick. And taking action is not necessarily just sending a message back. For example, when your wife texted you and asked you to pick up your son from school, a single button click on your watch replies sure, and it also adds the item to your calendar. Or for other messengers, it might be adding a to-do list or setting reminders and so on.
10 seconds.
Okay. So we have been alive on Pebble and Android Wear, and these numbers up here are small, but in relationship to the markets, they're actually very big. We captured over 10% of the Android user base on Pebble. Our Cufflink app is not live yet, but we have been listed as a top 20 Apple Watch app for Business Insider, who compared us to Slack for your personal life. I love this comparison because Slack has transformed how I communicate at work, and I think we can do that for your private life. Thank you.
So just on the team side, can you tell me about your roles at your last startup?
Yep. Ben, my co-founder, was one of the very early engineers.
So you both were early employees? Or?
I was the #1 employee. I joined when the company was formed. It was actually before OpenFaint existed. At the time, we started making a game for the iPhone.
Oh, so different question. So this is super early market. We still don't know how the smartwatch market is going to evolve. I'm first curious is how the monetization question. How the hell do you monetize that?
Yes, so we are targeting very busy people, which is not the same demographic as most messaging. This is actually older people who are mainly professionals. And our monetization for that is a subscription base. We're going to be experimenting with actually monetizing per contact, and it will be a monthly subscription of some sort.
And is there a plan to go beyond the smartwatch, or is it really about the smartwatch for you?
So our product actually runs on the phone as well. We are not trying to build a network where everyone has to be a smartwatch user. But the smartwatch is the core of this. We think that there's always one person who is super busy, who will benefit a lot from this, and then there's a graph around him, which are the people who, or him or her, which are people you communicate with on a daily basis in your life.
Is there a freemium version?
Yes. So what we're doing right now is we're launching with, we're calling our contacts links. We're launching with one link, which is free, and then we will be experimenting to see how many contacts are free and when do you want to start paying for it. And one of the benefits of actually making it paid per contact is that we think it's very important that you control how many people this are. This is one of the most important things we've learned on our prior experiences with smartwatches. It's a very personal device. You do not want your wrist to be buzzing all the time, because every time it does, you're going to look, it's going to take out what you're doing. It's actually more invasive than your phone.
So there are actually wearable devices like Ringly, for instance, that will do different kinds of buzzes, and it'll feel differently when there's different kinds of notifications. Is that sort of how?
Yep, it's a pretty good comparison, actually. I think Ringly is a great product. We are trying to do the same thing on a smartwatch.
And for people who don't know, Ringly is a ring made for women who don't want to hold their phone in their hand, just put it in their purse, and then it's a ring. And
it notifies you when you get an important message or someone. We are trying to accomplish the same thing. The main difference is that we are actionable. When you're sitting in a meeting and you get a message, you glance down, you tap a button, and that's it. And now you've actually responded, you've done whatever is needed, and you can go back to your meeting right away.
You're trying to make the entire chain more productive by making so that actions can actually be taken off the notifications.
Yep.
Okay.
We're trying to make it more productive, and we're making sure that you are always available to the people who you want to be available to, like the close people in your private life.
All right. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Aware. All right. Bolt. Yalla.
How you doing, folks? You know, when I moved to San Francisco, I very quickly realized that getting around in the city sucks. Can I say sucks?
You can do better than
All
that.
right, I can do a lot better.
It effing sucks.
When was the last time that you really looked forward to your commute across the city? Well, more likely than not, each of you spends over 60 hours a year stuck in traffic and looking for parking. And on top of that, most car owners spend almost $9,000 a year just to keep their car on the road. And by the way, 60 hours is a week and a half of vacation. There's a growing trend toward electric vehicles, and it's no surprise that two-wheelers are great for getting around in the city. My name is Nathan Joftis, and I'm the founder and chief scientist at Bolt Motorbikes. Our first product, the M1, is a smart, fully electric motorbike with the thrill of a motorcycle and the practicality of a bicycle. The need and opportunity for a stylish and capable urban transporter has never been greater, and the M1 is the product that will move this market, figuratively and then literally. It's fun and easy to ride, packs a punch, and uses less than $50 of energy each year. Our business model is simple. We design, build, and sell electric motorbikes. We started in the US selling directly to consumers, but as we grow, we'll expand into Europe and Southeast Asia, including dealer networks and Bolt Experience stores. But don't be mistaken, we have laser focus on the US market. Since our September debut, We pre-sold our entire upcoming production run, converting to $155,000 in revenue with very few marketing dollars spent. We're raising $4 million to execute on the next year of our vision. We're not just looking for funding, we're looking for an active partnership with smart and engaged investors. So if you're passionate about entrepreneurship and want to make a positive change in transportation, I'd love to talk with you after the show. And if I can leave you with one last thought, the next time you're sitting in traffic or looking for parking, think you could be on vacation if you had a Bolt. Thank you very much.
Two obvious questions. How much does it cost, and how much does it cost to make?
All right, very good question, and very good question. At this stage, for all of you in the audience, I offer the M1 at $4,995, and that comes with economy mode, where you don't need a license, you don't need a registration, and you don't need an insurance to ride this. You can ride it in the bicycle lane, and you can park it on the sidewalk, so your parking and traffic disappears. At this stage, the cost of goods is nearly that, but we make our money in volume. We wanted to offer the M1 at an affordable price right now to reflect the price that it will be in production.
Okay, obvious question.
All right.
For those who live in an apartment and can't plug in because it's electric,
what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, we've thought about that, and I'm just going to put this here. So if you don't have a garage, you simply lock the bike to a signpost, and you pull out your batteries, and you bring them inside and charge them up. Yeah.
Woo!
Not bad. It's not bad.
Just like that. You can swap them out in less time than it takes to fill a gallon of gas, and you can ride around all day. It doesn't matter how quickly it takes to charge, because you've got the range, the performance, and the power. It's awesome.
How long does the battery last?
Just like a car, it depends on how hard you ride. You can go up to 50 miles on a single charge, with speeds up to 40 miles per hour.
Okay.
And how long does it take to charge the battery?
Our standard smart charger will give a full charge in about 5 hours. So that takes care of the health of all of your cells, and then you ride all day, and when you get home, then you charge it up.
Can it ride as a normal bike if you run out of power?
Absolutely. So it has functional pedals, so it rides like a bicycle. And let me just boot it up. I took out the batteries, of course. Twist the throttle. And ladies and gentlemen, this is 40 miles per hour. It has regenerative braking, so every time you come to a stop, you're putting energy back into the batteries.
One last question on my end. So this issue of inner-city travel has come up a whole bunch of times over the last few years, and I've seen it on the TechCrunch Disrupt stage and others, other kind of motorbikes and other kind of two-wheel transportation solutions. Why is this specific product, out of all the ones that we've seen over the last few years, superior to them?
Great question. So there are a lot of electric bicycles on the market that generally are either pretty flimsy, low cost, and low performance, or they're overly expensive and similar low performance. We wanted to make a bike that motorcycle and motorbike enthusiasts will enjoy, that is rugged, has rugged construction and can handle city riding, and has the most motorcycle-like experience of any electric bicycle. I mean, I'm a motorcycle rider. I've been riding my whole life, and I wanted to make a bike that I enjoyed riding, but that you also don't need to be an experienced rider to operate. We've had a number of people who've never even twisted a throttle. I give them the 1-minute spiel, and they're off and riding like a natural. It's awesome.
Awesome. Cool. Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. Well, I'm going to give you this, and do you mind handing this to the next guy? Yeah, thanks, man.
Awesome. Giroptic, you're next.
How much does it weigh? 140 pounds, and not too bad to move around, and it's a lot of fun, guys. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Nathan. All right, Giroptic, you're up. Let's do it.
Hi. Ready? So I'm Aaron from Giroptic. And let me tell you something. You're not living in a frame. And I'm not living in a frame. We live in environments when we can constantly move our eyes, head, to experience it. But for 200 years, we've been stuck in a frame. every pictures, every video we've been taking has been stuck and look like this. And we've been working for 7 years to go from this to this. A full environment when you can capture everything up, down, and around you at once. So we developed a process that do it in real time without any computer, any software, just right into the device. But we had to prove the world it was working. So we built a consumer camera. This one, the 360 cam that I hold right there. And this little guy had 3 optics that are instantly stitched inside to create this view, the one you've been seeing. So of course, if you're playing this on a computer, it will just be like on Street View right now. You can drag your mouse around and explore your environment. If you're on a smartphone, and I see a bunch of those here, you can actually download the app for now or go on YouTube and watch the content by moving your phones around you. You can also use any VR headset, Oculus Rift, Google Cardboard, anything works too natively with the device. So we started on this project on Kickstarter, and we reached 1.4 million, so it was a very successful campaign. Right now we have 11,000 cameras pre-ordered, and they're shipping in July. And it's just for us the tip of the iceberg, because the technology we developed can be applied to anything. Think about the smartphone you have in your pocket. You have one lens in the front, one lens in the back. The only thing you're missing right now are the right lenses and the right process in the middle to make it happen in your pocket. Think about security camera, conference cameras, drones, action cameras, anything. It does work also with any type of capabilities, night vision, thermal vision, anything. So we're about to change the way we capture the world. So please, get out of the frame. Thank you.
Where's the camera?
Right there.
It is right here. There. Can I see it?
Sure.
How much is it? All right. Again, how much does it cost to buy? How much does it cost to make?
$4.99.
$4.99 to buy.
Yes.
And how much does it cost to make?
Too much right now.
How much? What's your target
kidding.
if you want to have? What's your target for cost of manufacturing?
Right now we're at about 200 and we're going to 150. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you done any Kickstarters, or is this commercially available now?
So yeah, we started on Kickstarter last summer. And so we shipped already 100 cameras as development kits that are running right now, about a month and a half ago. And now we have a 12,000 batch coming in July.
How much time does this get on a single charge?
If you use the battery inside, so you can remove it too, it's about 1 hour recording.
It have 1 hour recording.
Without the Wi-Fi and GPS, because you can also live stream directly from the camera.
Oh, but with live streaming and GPS, the number will go down.
And do what, sorry?
It won't last as long.
No, it will take a bit of the battery too.
Got it.
But then we developed some accessories too, so you can actually switch the back of the camera. And so, for instance, we developed a light bulb base. So we replace the back by your light bulb screw. You put it upside down into any light socket. It will get the camera powered, and you can stream directly over Wi-Fi. So you can use it as a nanny cam, video surveillance camera. Just record your whole party in your living room without worrying about the battery life.
You go.
Go ahead. Oh, what's your go-to market strategy?
So this one will be shipping soon. YouTube is already compatible. Facebook is going to be compatible too this summer. So ready for the launch of the camera.
But how are you going to get it? How are you going to get it in the hands of consumers? How are you going to get consumers to know about it?
So once we'll see like 12,000 cameras shooting, recording, and publishing content online,
You're hoping people just see how awesome it is.
And so you will have like people enjoying 360 videos, and then you will just switch to a regular video, and people will, oh no, it's not working. So just be able to actually understand that 360 video is now possible will be quite huge for us, and that's the first camera that can do it natively inside the device.
Last question. What do you think is going to be the killer use case for this?
Well, the funny thing is we see so many different people, and they always have different ideas about how to use the camera. The thing is, again, you have to think that we've been framing everything, not because it was cool, but just because it was impossible to do it. So now you can just think about anything in holidays, just enjoy because you don't have to frame anymore. So you just walk around with the camera, it captures everything, then you can go back, share it with your friends, and show them what you've been actually seeing, and not maybe what you've been listening to. So professional applications, of course. We even did, for instance, if I have to put an example, we record a surgery while having the camera on the head of the surgeon, recording the full surgery of what was happening, and then it allows young interns to actually relieve the whole surgery with a VR headset, and so they can train virtually before going to the block. Also, you can have live assistants too, like in the medical field, anything.
Will you be putting this in the hands of police?
That can,
force?
yes, of course.
Okay, that's
That's
That
like
seems like an
the
option.
dash cam application can be huge too. So if you have one camera on the car, or in a car, or just on the cop, you can actually see what has been happening. If you talk about security, you can think you have today the on system in the cars. So tomorrow, if you press the button, you can imagine that the rescue team can actually see what's happening around the car that's been crashed, and so just put the right task force behind it.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glitter, you're next.
You're all being filmed.
Yes.
It's hiding somewhere.
Real estate professionals are constantly on the go looking for new ways to engage their customers through marketing. However, they are hampered by limited time, limited technology expertise, and limited marketing funds. Imagine if a realtor, or for that matter, any small business owner, could use their phone to create a multimedia promo and send it to their entire contact list running in a few thousands in just 5 minutes. Glitter does exactly that. Hi, my name is Dr. Sudhakar, and I'm the founder of Glitter. Multimedia content creation and distribution is technologically challenging, time-consuming, and expensive. Over 95% of the $9 billion addressable market of small business owners, which includes realtors, use email, Facebook, and newsletters as their primary marketing tools. Glitter, which stands for Give Life to Your Reality, makes mobile multimedia marketing simple and affordable. Glitter is a do-it-yourself marketing app for small business owners and realtors for creating multimedia content on the go. A Glitter can be created and sent entirely from your phone using picture, audio, video, and text. And it can be viewed on any platform, any device, mobile devices, desktop, laptop. And the recipient does not need the app. A Glitter can be created in 5 minutes on the go, and we are seeing the open rates for Glitter is greater than 50%, which is much higher than a traditional newsletter. Most importantly, a Glitter can be edited and updated even after it's sent without the need to resend it. We have several satisfied paying customers. We are at revenue. And we have also had exclusivity contracts with several realtor companies, schools across the country, and several service providers. Glitter, give life to your reality. Thank you.
What's the ideal use case for this?
We have tested ideal use cases in multiple verticals. I'll
Yeah,
give you
but-
a few.
Yeah.
So for realtors, we started off with realtors. And first one is their profile, to create a multimedia profile. Who am I? We started from there. Now, what realtors are doing is once they close a house, once there's a listing, they create a quick picture.
When you say multimedia, do you mean their website? What are you talking about?
No, you can create a Glitter commercial which consists of a picture, audio, video, and text. Everything is integrated into one, something like this.
And does it get sent to, is it more of a publishing platform where you can publish it to like Facebook ads or to, is that the kind of idea?
Good question. So you create it on your phone and
Okay.
distribute it through multiple channels: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, sent as a text, sent as an email. We just introduced bulk send, so you can send it to 5,000 people in one shot from your phone.
So is it especially more the advertising side or just the social sharing side or both? I'm trying to figure out a little bit. I get the basic concept, right? And when I finish creating a Glitter,
Correct.
When I click publish, am I publishing it just onto my Facebook wall, or am I publishing that as a Facebook ad?
It's to your Facebook wall.
Okay,
That's
so it's creating content that people can engage with, but on walls, not actually going to the ad
Precisely.
networks. But you could use it in an ad if you went
Got
through the
it.
extra steps.
Yes.
Got it.
So it's content creation on the fly and
Why would-
sharing and distribution on the fly. Yes.
Why wouldn't they just use, I guess I'm not understanding the concept, but why wouldn't they just use Photoshop or something?
Photoshop?
Yeah, I
This
mean,
this
to
is
create-
multimedia with picture, video, audio, and text from the phone.
Okay. Oh, you're saying from the,
It's the speed of it, right?
Speed of it.
The speed of just creating something. If you're like a local business, you need to have something up or a quick advertisement about maybe a new product that you're doing so that you can like have a quick audio. That's the sort of thing I see what you're doing.
And where we are going with this is what we are seeing is majority of them use Constant Contact or MailChimp for the newsletters.
Right.
And newsletter open rates are terrible. Instead, what you're finding is they can create a Glitter commercial which has 900 characters of text with 30-second audio, 30-second video, which is your average human attention span, and send it out. You're seeing open rates greater than 50%.
What's the business model here?
So business model, the basic version is $99 for unlimited commercials. That's what we saw. We started selling the prototype, and we raised the price point 5 times, and it stuck. So we just stopped at 99 and said it's palatable. Let them take it and use it. And that was, we launched in October, the prototype, at a major realtor conference. We did the opening keynote, and we sold a bunch. And then we released the next version in February, and we just released bulk send 2 weeks ago, approved on our devices, and we already sold a bunch of customers because they want to mass mail it from their phone. Today, you can't mass mail an ad from your phone.
Do you plan to go beyond real estate?
We actually got in multiple body. We were selling to schools because my first business was in schools, so I know how to market to schools. So it was easy to sell. I could sell one in 15 minutes just doing a demo. And because schools want to send group send, right? They want to create commercials or announcements, whatever, on the fly. We're selling to small business service providers, restaurants where they can create spot commercials. So it's essentially a spot commercial creation platform. You can have just video, just audio, with a picture, with text, however you want. And after you send it, if you delete it, it's gone. So the entire content is controlled from your phone. If I update, let's say I send you something, and I made a mistake, I don't like the video, I can delete it the next time you see it, the video is gone.
Got it.
So the first version is $99, and then we just released the next one for your contact list size. So based on your list size, we price it. And we want to keep it to under 5,000 the first level because 95% of our audience have a contact list of less than 5,000.
Cool. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Realiteer, you are up. Let's do it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Fang Wei. This is Shuo. We are co-founders of Realiteer. How many of you have tried truly, really immersive virtual reality? Probably not many, because not even for me, not for a long time. That's why I built this. This is Real Trigger. It may look like a piece of junk made of cardboard to you, but it is not only my cheat sheet, but also a fully functional virtual reality input device. The reason why I built this is virtual reality device is just too expensive and not available for everyone. With this device, you can still move around and click and drag, just like using a 3D mouse in virtual world. We are in a virtual reality world. If you look at the map, we see many big game players there. And they have been making pretty good devices. But to be honest, who will spend thousands to just watch a 3D movie? I know I don't. So that's where we position ourselves. We are making the most affordable and ready-to-use virtual reality for everyone, including you. This, based on image recognition, is inexpensive, is wireless, is extremely portable and non-electrical, and it can work with all the other devices on the market. And here, let me share some of our user test video with you, and see how much fun they are having. You can be one of them. And as you notice, it's kids-friendly too. We know people want this, an affordable virtual reality device, as our followers has been doubling every week. And you'll be surprised how wide a range our user base can be. Because we believe virtual reality is not meant for the luxury, it's for everyone. And I welcome you to check out our Kickstarter starting midnight tonight. Thank you.
Can I see that? Can I see that, please?
You want to see my,
Yes, I want to
cheat sheet?
I want to see the prototype and cheat sheet, just for a moment.
Why are these always built in cardboard? Why is this always the...
Because it's so cheap to build in cardboard. So do you need the goggle?
Yes.
You need that, and then so like I'm just trying to understand because I guess maybe I need the goggles to understand the
Yes.
interaction.
I
Yes.
feel like this is the new Wii.
So like it'll help me just
See your hands in virtual world.
got it. Okay.
Okay.
Some time during lunch, you're welcome to, we have the demo here, so you're welcome to
Yes,
try
yes,
it.
you have to.
Everyone here is welcome to try it as
Yeah.
well.
Sorry, I meant to say that line. Talking about virtual reality is like dancing about mathematics. You have to try it to really.
So how much
see.
are you selling the actual version on Kickstarter for?
So the so we're selling the digital printout for anyone who want to be the early adopter and just download our digital map that allow you to put on a cardboard or frankly anything to enable.
So
the
literally DIY. Do
Yeah,
it yourself.
like $10 on that's the most basic version, and then we're looking for demand and customers to fund our first round of manufacturing, and that will be plastic with biodegradable and recyclable material to build our first prototype, our first wave of actual trigger.
And how much do you think you would sell that
We're
for?
selling for $20.
That would be for $20.
Yeah. And right now you can buy the viewer for less than $5 on Amazon. So together, $25, you get the whole entire virtual reality experience.
And are children, is your target market the youngest at younger children or all ages, or what's your target market here?
Right now, we're targeting, as a starting point, given that our effort is limited and our energy is limited, we are targeting younger generation who are more grew up with the technology and ready to try virtual reality. One of the people you may recall seeing in the video is actually my mom. She's turning 64 this year, and she was able to adopt to it in like less than 2 minutes. So in the future, we hope to extend it to kids and as well as seniors, all ages.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yes.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
be in the
Thank you.
back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eva Pagneux, and I'm a Hexo product manager, and I'm also an adventurer. Do you ever feel like whenever you're going down skiing or, let's say, hiking up Machu Picchu or just having dinner with your friends, you're kind of breaking up the magic of that amazing moment you're going through just because you're trying to capture it? Pulling out the picture, oh, you're not in the picture, oh, I'm not, you can't be at the same spot in and outside of the picture and making sure it's a good shot. So is it really impossible to have Hollywood-style videos, Hollywood-style shots of ourselves and actually enjoy the moment? That's what Hexo Plus brings to the table. Hexo Plus is an autonomous self-flying camera that makes a whole filming crew in your backpack. Basically, you just pull out the smartphone, select how you want to be filmed, whether you want the drone to follow you, move around you as a 360 selfie, come into you, fly away from you, and the drone will automatically take off, get into position, start filming and moving around you. You don't have to do anything except focus on the action and what's going on in your life. It's completely autonomous. There's no remote control, no piloting skills needed. Simply your smartphone, yourself, and your drone flying around you. We bring 20 years of experience into video production to the palm of your hand with a vast library of camera movements. So who's this for and what traction do we get? We're actually pioneering in this $2 billion market of personal flying cameras. We led a hugely successful Kickstarter campaign last year, raising $1.3 million. People love us. We won 3 awards at CES, at ISPO. We are doubling our sales every 2 months, and we're just striving to put the easy way to take cinematic shots of yourself to the in the palm of anybody's hand. Thank you.
Can we fly it now? No?
I wish I could. Indoors,
It doesn't work well
very
indoors?
well.
It's really an outdoors device.
It's an outdoors device.
Does it just do video or does it take pictures as well?
Both. So it's actually carrying a GoPro, so you can set it to be either video or pictures.
How much is the device? How much does it cost to make? I feel like I've asked that question a lot of times on this stage.
So you
There's a lot
can
of
buy
hardware.
the device for $12.49, and it costs about $500 to $700, depending on what run of production you're talking about.
There's a lot. You mentioned you're pioneering in this space, but there's a lot of drones in this space. How do you plan to stand out?
Okay, so today, nobody does completely autonomous flight and follow feature. There's no product on the market doing this. So there's indeed a lot of promises around this. And I think, it's all about delivery. If you're talking about, the recently announced Lily, for example, the way we differentiate ourselves is actually from the quality of the footage, because when you take a drone like this, filming drones, it's actually to film yourself, and you want the quality to be good because you want to share it with people. So if you look at the promise today, it's only a limited camera, limited angles, and there's no stabilization. Whereas we provide 3-axis stabilization, which ensures Hollywood-style videos.
Okay.
How long does it stay in the air?
10 to 15 minutes, depending on what you're doing.
And how long does it take to charge after each cycle?
It's actually rechargeable batteries, and you can easily swap them. So it takes about an hour to recharge your battery, but you would usually
Swap
take it
it.
out with, yeah.
So one comment I want to make is that first of all, I love drones. I just love drones. But the issue always on the market is it is, as Sarah alluded to, is an extremely crowded market at the moment. And when I look and I see like 200 million, that doesn't excite me that much as an investor, only because there's a ton, it's not that huge of a market yet to go and divvy up, especially at this niche. It's a niche part of a niche market. And there's clearly going to be a bunch of like hobbyists and enthusiasts in Hollywood who would be using it. But I worry about how do you expand beyond that? How do you expand beyond a business that makes maybe $10 million a year and turn into a company that makes $1 billion a year?
Right. So actually, this is the first product, but the way I see our company evolve is more towards smaller, cheaper, smarter. So we provide actually the intelligence that makes the drone fly safely, and the user doesn't have to do anything. So that's, as you see drones becoming more common in everybody's life, if you have drones that are completely autonomous, the regulations will make it easier for everybody to use them. And I just feel like there will be more and more, just like everybody has a GoPro and a camera today, then you'll have the wings for your camera.
How big is your team right now?
We're about 15 people.
Okay. And you said you'd been out for about a year? Do you have any other products besides this one?
No.
Not currently.
This is the first one.
You're working on maybe some other products?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wish we could have flown that. That would have been much more fun.
Hello, Redwood City. I'm Anita Gardine, CEO of Univa. How many out there have kids? How many of you have parents? Come on, everybody's got parents. All right, you are my target market. You're worth $85 billion currently. And what we do is we provide care for your kid and your parents. And here's why. At some point, in order for you to go to work or live life, you're going to need help to take care of that kid, to have them driven to school, and to have somebody help you keep your parents in their home as long as possible. What we do at Univa is we provide care, and we know that there are care companies out in the market currently. And this is what we do that the others don't do. We are different. One, we vet every caregiver on our site, so we know their actual identity. They have FBI background checks. Two, we tailor the care for your family. We go out and talk to you and find out what your needs are, and then we meet them. Three, we have an 800 number manned by a live concierge 24/7. You can reach a human body. And four, we not only sell direct to consumers, and we have launched in the San Francisco Bay Area, but we also sell into corporations. And we're in the midst of closing a contract to go into 6 cities, 5 states in January, supporting 53,000 employees. And nobody else is doing it quite like us. Well, not quite like that. At Univa, as mentioned, we are in traction. We have launched our service as of January. We've had over 100% to 400% billable hour growth month over month, and we're excited to be able to say we have a 100% rebook rate. The customers that we have love us, they trust us, and there's nobody in the market doing what we do the way we do it. Thank you so much.
So you're more a B2C play rather than straight. You're more going after the businesses and helping them with the matching of the nannies, or is it also a consumer kind of play? Because I'm trying to figure out if it's more like HomeJoy or if it's more like a corporate version.
Actually, it's both. Candidly, we're out in the market in the consumer space providing care. But when we were approached by a Fortune 100 company who said, we love your platform, and since you can bring in contractors, can you bring in the pool cleaner, the house cleaner, the dry cleaner? We do it all. We have a fabulous platform with patents pending.
And are you focused just, you're focused on, you're going to do more than just nannies, or you just focus on that right now?
Well, Amazon started with books. We started with nannies, but when we get a Fortune 100 company that says to us, I got 53,000 employees nationwide.
Fair enough.
We are now doing everything.
So one more question. So just on the consumer side, I have plenty of questions on the business side, but on the consumer side, just the interaction with it. Is it something where you set the hour, like you set the price for hiring a nanny, or is the nanny set their own price?
Our plan, because our nannies are contractors, and I was around in the 90s for the contractor debate. Nannies will be able to set their own rates. They can work for whomever they want, and they can set their own hours. They will remain contractors. Unlike some of the others in the social economy space, we've managed that issue effectively.
What's your background?
My background, my MBA is from UC Berkeley. I quit my job as the CFO at HDD Quantum when my husband's company was acquired for $3.25 billion. I was CFO at an IDG startup. I came through AT&T's executive management training program.
You got the chops.
And an engineering background in telecommunications.
How many people on your team?
Right now there are 5 of us with 2 contractors, most of us in the audience today.
Raise your hand. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Please vote for Univa.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
What do we got, 2 startups left? Remember, you all are the ones who have the power to vote. We don't have that power.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mehdi. I'm the CEO and founder of Screendy. Today, the digital business is shifting from the web to the mobile. In the 2 next years, the number of mobile applications will double. Meanwhile, we are facing a big shortage of mobile developers. So, who will make the next million apps? Can we ask the web developer to make it? No. Simply, this is the reaction when we ask a web developer to make a native and custom apps. We agree. Mobile development is still complex, and that is why we create Screendy. It's a cloud platform, easy to use, and quick to learn, and it enables any web developer to make a native and custom mobile apps without learning any new skills. So let's see how it works. We make the design, we import it to the platform, we make the UI, we connect it to any backend, then we can generate native apps. With this process, we reduce the time to development, and we divide it by 5. We are disrupting the way how we build mobile apps, simply like WordPress or Wix did for websites.
Today, Screendy platform is version 4. We already raised money. We already generated 700K in revenues. Every week, we are hiring 25% more developers for our platform. More than 200 apps generated through Screendy gets over than 10 million downloads. And we are partnering with AT&T and Zain Telecom in order to organize hackathon to grow fast. The potential of Screendy is 20 million web developers, 100 billion market size. Let's try. How many of you here have an idea for a new mobile apps? Raise your hand, don't worry. Screendy can help you to succeed, to save time and money. Vote for us, vote for Screendy. Thank you.
There are a lot of players in this space. The 2 of us could probably name like a dozen in 7 seconds. And I've seen them and I've been pitched over and over the years. So the 2 questions are, why did you build in this market? And what are the key differentiators that will make you stand out in a very crowded market?
Okay, it's true. There is a ton of platforms like that, but we are completely different, and I will explain you why. Let's say the first one was PhoneGap. PhoneGap built a hybrid application. It's not native, so they are out today. Let's talk about Xamarin. It's a good tool, but it's only used by .NET developer, so web developer cannot use it. And the last one is Titanium, who is a good tool, but it needs a minimum of 2 months to handle it. So why Screendy is better? Because we are specially dedicated for web developer, and they don't need to learn any new skills to build mobile apps. And it takes them at least 1 day to learn how to use our platform.
It means they can go to the business in day one, and we are a single company, that's a single platform that gives new features that can enable real-time and in fraction of second updates.
We have what you call a special feature, the real-time native update. It's a help to update an application in a fraction of a second instead of waiting 8 days with Apple.
How much do you charge?
500 to 1,500 per apps average.
Per app that you publish?
Yeah.
That
just
you create?
for build one shot payment.
And is the primary use case for like small and local businesses? Is it for, what is the primary use case users?
So the user are the web developer, and the first client is the web agency, and then we can go to enterprise after that.
And we create a marketplace here with the sharing revenue model business for strategic partners features, and it's another source of revenue of our platform.
I guess I'm curious to see maybe some of the apps that have been built, like to see an app that's been built on top of this, to get a feel and understanding of how it looks and how it works and how different it is from others. Like I said before, my main concern is that there's a lot more than even the ones that you said, GenWise and others, that have been around for years doing this sort of thing. And there's an obvious problem, but it's also an extremely crowded market. So it's very difficult to really stand out, because when you're going to pitch small and local businesses, you'll find that they've been pitched by similar ones to help them build their apps because they don't have the capability, like most people don't. But that's the big concern that I have.
Yeah, we are agree. It shows that this market is difficult, but it shows that we cannot continue to develop mobile app like that. We need to change. In the next 5 years, there is a big platform that will take the lead, and they will develop application with a new way. And in the application that we develop is sometimes better than native application, and because we have some automatic optimization of the flow, so the application is quick and is completely have a completely better user experience than the average of what done mobile developer. And we can show that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vote for Screendy.
Awesome. So, by the way, we went through 100 and something applications. It was kind of a pain, but I hope you guys like these companies. Are the instructions up on the voting? Alan? Voting? So if you've logged into Bizzabo, you can vote through there. Or you can, there you go.
So what are we showing on screen now?
What's happening?
Instructions on how to vote.
Oh, instructions how to do it. So we're trying to load that.
Yes.
Huh?
Any thoughts from the judges?
What do you think, Sarah?
Let me just interfere.
You want to sway the audience?
Yeah, I have a couple of favorites, but
Well, we can talk about them. That we'll see. They're smart enough to know which ones are actual favorites, but maybe some common themes. I'll start off with, which is I actually think most of them had you saw more mature businesses than I thought I would see on stage. They had either clear business models, or they clearly had customers, and they clearly had a grasp on their market. That said, I think a couple of these companies found their ways into really competitive markets. And when you do that, it almost doesn't matter sometimes how great of a product you build. If you're too late to a market that's already filled with competitors, it is just so difficult to build something out of that.
Yeah.
By the way, all the companies had raised less than $500,000, so I don't know if that was clear or not, but so they're early stage.
There were a lot of hardware
There was.
companies.
You know,
Yeah.
I guess hardware is sexy again. I don't know. I was talking to Manu Kumar the other day and got inspired.
Hardware is sexy, but hardware
It's
It's hard.
expensive.
It's hard, yes.
Well, it's difficult to execute. The problem I find a lot with startups that go into the hardware side, like you can build a great company on that side. The problem always ends up being is that most of the founders at some point don't have that experience for the logistical chain of manufacturing. When you have, you cannot make a mistake on the manufacturing side like you can when you're building a mobile app. You could make hundreds of thousands of mistakes
And just update.
But you can't do that in manufacturing. You make one mistake at any of those chains and your entire business is screwed.
Right. Okay, so voting instructions. Is that clear? Does everybody understand what you need to do? Log into Bizzabo.
Does this update in real time, or is this just going to update tomorrow?
No. It's supposed to update in real time.
Oh, I think everyone's just trying to figure out how to do this.
People, you need to vote. It's in your hands.
Just text a code to this number thing.
Yeah, vote. Wow, we have.
It's just like American Idol.
It is, seriously.
First person to vote gets a free ticket.
Is the app? Oh, maybe it's just not updating automatically.
Yeah, use the Bizzabo app. It's easier according to Peter.
Peter wouldn't be biased.
No, not at all.
So we'll
right,
refresh this later and find out what the scores are because I'm curious too.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is the top 3 are going to then pitch the investor.
Whoa!
Panel.
You still have time to vote. Come on, people.
Come on.
Put your votes in.
There's 1,000 people
If you thought
registered.
something else,
Come on.
someone else deserved it.
Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
We won't spam you or try to
There are
sell
a
you
lot
anything
of
if you
good
text.
companies out there.
That was a sexy reveal, though.
Right.
Yeah, that was.
So how many minutes are we giving him to vote?
We'll give them a couple of minutes. We're gonna.
All right, you got 3 minutes to vote.
We're gonna have a break for lunch, and then after that, you're gonna talk.
Yes.
Yeah, because I gotta go.
Yeah, Sarah's got to go, and Ben's gonna talk about captivating the audience after the break.
I'm gonna captivologate us.
Captivologing us.
Captivologate us.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
All right.
It looks like.
So second and
That's a
third
clear
place.
winner.
Third place is up for grabs. So
Yes.
if you have a favorite,
There's a
Yeah.
chance.
and no cheating, by the way.
Y'all.
Univa team.
Some of these should just get points for presentation.
If only you could do like write-in votes.
Like, screw all of these. This guy.
I think we'll do, 2 more refreshes and we'll make that the end?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna
One
go,
more.
and then we'll pick them, and then.
Yeah, all right.
So it'll be
Who
a
is
surprise.
still trying to vote? Is anyone trying to still vote?
Come on, vote.
All right, so audience, vote, and then grab your lunch, and then come back, and we will talk about how to captivate your customers, because I'll be back here. And
All right.
thank you very much. Round of applause, all of you.